Have you been trying your best, yet nothing seems to flow? As if life has hit the pause button, and no matter how much you try to move forward, everything around you feels stuck, dull, and out of sync. There are days when the weight in your body has no clear reason, your mind feels foggy, and the same emotional loops keep repeating like persistent echoes inside you. Maybe you've thought it's a lack of discipline, focus, or motivation. But what if it's none of that? What if what you're calling stagnation is actually a vibrational misalignment? What if your willpower isn't weak, but simply trying to move against a frequency that no longer matches who you truly are? When your energy is dense, heavy, or fragmented, even the smallest step requires an immense effort. And the most painful part is that in this state, you start to doubt yourself. But maybe the problem was never you. Maybe what's missing isn't strength, it's reconnection. Stagnation isn't the absence of action, it's resonance with a frequency that no longer aligns with your inner truth. It's like trying to tune into a new song without changing the radio station. The music doesn't flow, not because it doesn't exist, but because you're still vibrating on the old channel. As Abraham Hicks says, you don't attract what you want, you attract what you are able to sustain vibrationally. And that's why in this video, I'll show you a simple yet deeply transformative technique. A set of 3 steps you can apply right now to break through vibrational stagnation and reopen the doors of your reality. And it doesn't matter if you're in a hard moment feeling like everything is standing still, or if you've already tried everything. This practice honors your soul's timing, and that's why it works. Stay with me until the end. Together, we'll cross the field of stagnation and gently, mindfully step into the space where your vibration breathes with truth again. And if something within you recognizes this truth, like a soft echo, a silent calling, I gently invite you to subscribe to this channel. Every video here is a vibrational space to remember who you truly are. And your soul already knows. To remember is the first step to rebirth. Your life is like an echo that responds to the vibrational note you emit. And that's not just a poetic metaphor, it's deeply real. Everything in the universe vibrates. Sounds, thoughts, emotions, intentions. Every inner state sends out a signal, and that signal reverberates through the energy field around you, attracting people, situations, and circumstances that match the frequency you sustain. That's why, when life feels repetitive, stagnant, or uninspiring, it's often not reality that needs to change. It's the vibration that's sending the call. David Hawkins' Scale of Consciousness illustrates this with precision. On it, states like shame, guilt, apathy, and fear vibrate below 200 on the logarithmic scale, representing levels of stagnation, collapse, and suffering. When you find yourself in these states, even if not constantly but as a dominant frequency, everything around you begins to reflect that field. Fragile relationships, lack of clarity, compromised health, missed opportunities. On the other hand, from the point of courage, which marks the threshold of true transformation, you begin to access higher frequencies, acceptance, reason, love, peace. These states aren't just emotional, they're vibrational. They organize the field around you, opening new possibilities and dissolving invisible resistance. According to Joe Dispenza, when an emotion repeats itself continuously, it carves neuronal pathways that become familiar vibrational territory. The body, conditioned by those pathways, begins to live in the past, even when the mind desires a different future. That's why most people repeat the same patterns, not from lack of intention, but from lack of vibrational coherence. And that coherence begins with honest recognition. What emotions have you been feeding in silence? What thoughts do you repeat when no one is listening? What feeling lives in your chest when you wake up? These are the seeds you cast into the field. and the field responds accordingly. Unhealed beliefs, especially those inherited or formed in moments of pain, act like vibrational filters. They distort your perception of what's possible, keeping your energy stuck in defense, fear, or resignation, and the longer those beliefs remain, the more real they seem. But the fact that something feels real doesn't make it true. It simply means you've held it long enough for it to take form. So, I invite you now to pause, take a deep breath, and ask yourself with honesty, what have I been feeding inside? What are the emotions I've been nurturing, even unconsciously? Does this vibration match the reality I wish to create? If this is resonating with you, if something within you is waking up to this understanding, subscribe to the channel. This kind of awareness changes everything, because when you change your vibration, you change the field, and the field always responds. Now that you understand the vibrational root of stagnation, it's time to act, not reactively, but energetically and consciously. For that, I want to guide you through a practice I call the triad of vibrational elevation. It's not just a sequence of steps. It's a way of reclaiming command over your frequency, even on the days when everything feels blurred. This triad is made up of 3 simple yet profound keys: presence, gratitude, and conscious choice. When applied together, they can shift your vibration in minutes, and with that, your reality begins to reshape through resonance. Let's begin with the first step: returning to the present. Most emotional stagnation doesn't happen in the now. It lives in future projections, where anxiety resides, or in past ruminations, where guilt, regret, and sorrow linger. The present is the only space where your soul can be heard. And to access that portal, we use the body as an anchor. Close your eyes for a moment. Breathe with me. Inhale as I count to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. Now exhale slowly, counting to 6, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Once more, inhale for 4, hold, exhale for 6. As you breathe, feel the ground beneath your feet. Notice the air moving in and out of your lungs. Observe your body as a living vibrational field. This presence is your return home. The second step: evoke real gratitude. Not forced or mental gratitude, but a feeling you can access here and now. Ask yourself, what can I be grateful for in this moment? It doesn't have to be anything grand. It might simply be the fact that you're here, breathing, that you have the chance to begin again, that you're learning something your soul had been waiting to remember. Gratitude is not a reaction, it's a frequency. When you access this state, your vibration starts to rise almost immediately. And that's not just belief. It's biochemistry, emotional physics, heart coherence. Studies show that gratitude activates the parasympathetic nervous system, reorganizes brainwave patterns, and realigns the electromagnetic field of the heart. Let this gratitude grow inside you, like a soft light expanding from your chest, touching the space around you, dissolving invisible tension. Now comes the third step. Choose your base vibration. Yes, you can choose. Even when the world feels chaotic, inside you there's still a place where choice is possible, and that's where your true power lives. Place your hands on your chest and repeat after me, with intention, with truth. I choose to vibrate in love. I choose to vibrate in peace. I choose to vibrate in abundance. Say it aloud or silently, but feel it. Not as a mechanical mantra, but as a vibrational remembrance of what already lives in you. I am light. I am presence. I am expansion. These affirmations aren't wishes, they're vibrational commands. They reprogram your field the way you would change a radio station. And even if the outer world seems unchanged, something starts to sound different. Because every vibrational choice is like switching stations. And suddenly, you begin to hear a different song. a lighter one that resonates with who you are becoming. That's the triad. Simple, yet profoundly effective. Presence, gratitude, choice. You can repeat this anytime you feel your frequency drifting. You don't have to react to the world. You can choose how to vibrate within it, and when you do, the world responds. Now that you've experienced this inner reconnection, you might be wondering, how do I maintain this elevated vibration throughout the day? Because yes, the practice is powerful, but life continues with its noise, demands, emotional triggers, and external influences that try to pull your energy back into denser frequencies. The truth is, vibration is not a fixed point. It's like a river. It can rise or lose momentum as it curves through your day. That's why vibrational repetition becomes an act of self-care, not out of duty, but as an intimate gesture of loyalty to yourself. Start by recognizing that keeping your vibration high doesn't require major external changes. It's about micro-conscious choices made consistently. Small actions, when done with intention, have the power to reset your base frequency. You can, for example, create vibrational micro-rituals. Before entering a challenging conversation, pause and take a breath. When tension arises in your body, gently close your eyes for 3 seconds and ask yourself, is this energy mine, or did I absorb it from somewhere else? Use physical anchors, a bracelet, a stone, a gentle hand on your heart. Any sensory cue that brings you back to your center. Each conscious pause is a vibrational choice. Each intentional breath is an act of alignment, and it's important to understand. Maintaining a high vibration doesn't mean being happy all the time. It means choosing not to stay lost in states that disconnect you from your truth. You're not trying to become someone better. You're simply remembering who you already are, without the layers of fear and conditioning that have been placed over your field throughout life. There will be moments when external energy tries to pull you down, through heavy news, unexpected criticism, or people vibrating in fear or anger. In those moments, your automatic impulse might be to react. But there's a more powerful alternative: responding with presence. Instead of absorbing someone else's vibration, observe it. Recognize that you have the right and the responsibility to protect your field. As Neville Goddard said, you assume the state of the wish fulfilled and persist in that state until it becomes visible. That means that even when your outer circumstances haven't changed yet, you're already sustaining the vibration of the reality you wish to live. And that is how the invisible becomes form. So, I now gently invite you to share in the comments, what vibration do you choose to sustain from this point forward? Write it with truth, with intention, not as a public declaration, but as a silent decision before the universe. Because your choice is your signal, and the field listens, always. Perhaps now, after everything we've journeyed through together in this video, you're feeling something different, a subtle space opening in your chest. A deeper breath, a presence that was once muffled by repetitive thoughts, beginning to breathe with more freedom. What once seemed like an external block, the stagnant routine, the cycles that wouldn't break, the lack of momentum, maybe was never really about the world outside. Maybe it was just an internal request, a quiet calling for you to realign with what already lives within you, waiting to be felt again. You're not stuck. You're being called to breathe light back into your field. And each time you respond to that calling, even for 1 minute, even with a single breath, you begin to reconfigure your reality. And what if this stagnation you've been feeling isn't an ending? What if it's actually your soul inviting you to reconnect with your original vibration, the one that existed before the fear, before the comparison, before the weight of outside expectations? Because reality doesn't start out there. It begins in the vibration you sustain in silence. And you're not alone on this path. Every video on this channel has been created as a safe, vibrational space, where science and spirituality meet in peace, where your emotions are met without judgment, and where the unseen is invited to speak again. The universe responds to the vibration of your soul, and now that you've remembered this, everything can begin to move again. If you felt this remembrance awaken within you, I invite you to continue this journey. Here on the channel, you'll find other videos that deepen this path, about creative imagination, vibrational reprogramming, practices to access higher states of consciousness. Choose one and keep going, because every step, every choice, every breath is a frequency shaping your new world. With care and presence, I'll see you in the next video.